It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe.
Yes, it's fan participation day at the cafe.
It is
Merengue Monday.
I want to say Merengue Monday. Welcome. I want to say welcome to everybody who's watching the show. What a weekend I have. Fantastico weekend. I have a new phone. Do you know that AT&T has a program called Joy? When you buy a phone, they send this guy out to your house or girl, and they hook up the phone.
It's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful thing. He came out on a Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Wow.
I said, bottoms up. Hence today's show.
And it's Margarita Monday at the Brooklyn Cafe show. Wow, what a weekend. How's that going for you? Oh, he hadn't tried that one yet. How do you like that?
It's remarkable.
Thank you.
Remarkable. We're going to get to that in a second. Listen, Karen is sharing. All you guys out there watching your show, you're sharing out, doing a great job. Thank you.
Big news.
I's back, baby.
He's out of jail.
I's out of jail. Facebook, Hami Swami. I'm going to tell you from now on, if you wear a bikini on our network, you better get it signed off by me. Because in 98% of the time, it's going to be no. She better be Raquel Welch when she was 21. Otherwise, it ain't happening.
So you know that show we were talking about, ladies, before, since we produced that show? She brought on someone in a bikini who was getting tanned on the air. Well, Facebook did not like that so much. So Facebook banned Freddie for 4 weeks.
They banned me.
Oh, so you went to Facebook jail.
He went for 4 weeks.
And are you on probation right now?
No.
Or parole?
Well, right now he might be on parole until the end of the show.
I don't know.
If the bikinis
Facebook
were bad,
parole?
wait till we got margaritas and tequila. So I don't know what Facebook is going to do with this one.
No, and the funny thing is that the person who actually did the show, the guy who was on that show is the reason they banned me. She laughs. Because they didn't ban her. They banned me. I was just carrying the show. Anyway, I'm back, baby.
Maybe you should be in a bikini for the next show.
No, they'll ban me for
We
life.
might be
But Hector will be in a bikini.
that's
Good
like
idea.
Hector.
All I want to say is thank you. I is back. Every show is back. The network has started. I want to congratulate Fuego for doing the show at the network studio, followed by 2020 and the kids. The turnover was 3 minutes.
Turnover was great. The new look is coming in, so we're changing every look for every show. Wait till you guys see the collection of things coming from Amazon today is all I can say. Never leave me loose on a weekend with Amazon. I hold my order until it gets delivered on Monday. You know what happens when you put things in your cart?
Look at the
You
button.
put more things in your
Turn all the
cart.
buttons up.
So the more things you put in your cart, the bigger the order coming in today from Amazon. So all I can tell you is just get ready for that order today coming through.
What Amazon? What you order? Oh, the tablecloth.
Tablecloths, curtains, rolling wax, all kinds of things.
Rolling wax.
Racks.
They have everything at
Rolling
Amazon.
rack,
Everything.
a rolling rack, rolling drawers.
Excellent.
See lots of
Yeah.
things coming
Rolling
in.
wax.
Rolling racks.
Can I ask you why I have?
Oh, wait. Oh, you didn't hear or see what happened. We had a little I heard
Tequila emergency.
Yeah, I heard a thump.
Tequila
but-
spill.
Yeah, we were very calm, and I came in, and our table, not being decorated in the glitter that it normally is, was decorated with some beautiful pink hibiscus sugar. That we
Is
now
that what this
decorate.
is?
Yeah, we meant to do that.
And it looks lovely. So DJ, that amazing smell you're smelling right from your seat is the hibiscus sugar that is now
I can smell it.
decorating our
Is the
table.
what?
Hibiscus
Hibiscus.
sugar.
And it's rimmed on your glasses.
Yeah.
You can take that to so many levels.
What I love about this is that it's vegan. Tequila's
Yes,
vegan.
Who told you that?
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's
God.
vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, certified organic, kosher. and about as pure as you can get. It's the
It's
agave
also
plant
kosher?
and distilled. Yes, it's also kosher.
Well, welcome to
L'chaim.
Margarita Monday. We are here with
Say
One with Life
something to the
Tequila.
Chaims.
One with Life
Salud.
Organic Tequila with Lisa and Liz with One with Life Organic Tequila. We have known Liz and Lisa because I know you had to have been with us up at iHeart when we.
I
first-
remember
Yes,
you.
yes,
She
I
makes
met you,
these
Fred. I
amazing
met you
drinks.
right when
I
we
follow
launched.
you on Facebook.
They launched.
Yeah, you're on
when
my
we
Facebook
launched.
I have a shirt, a blue shirt with a brown tree on it that you
And the
gave me.
I gave you that shirt. Yes, that
And I
was
have the
3
tank
years
top.
ago.
I was drunk when I met her, but I
That was
still
on-
remember.
I
That
still
was on
remember you
CCTV.
too.
Remember that?
Wow, now I know. Now I know
Yes,
who
you've
you
been
are.
my tequila friend for a long time.
Absolutely. And you have grown in about 400 different ways.
I think we've all grown together.
We've all grown together,
which is
so
really
nice.
nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're in a beautiful place now.
Thank
Beautiful
you.
big studio, and we're getting bigger. We launched in Florida in 2016. We started our business with only a few hundred cases, and now we order by the thousands every other month. And so we're starting to really make our way around South Florida. Since we last spoke, we've expanded to Key West, the Keys, up into Jacksonville and Gainesville and Tampa. But our main base is still here in Boca and Delray, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami.
And everyone knows Liz around town. So I was looking.
Everyone
at
knows
tequila.
Liz.
Everyone knows Liz.
Everyone knows Liz, right? We did not see her at the Brain Bowl, so I texted Pam. I go, Pam, I need the margarita, the tequila lady. She goes, it's Liz. I'm like, of course it's Liz.
We
And of
saw
course,
Liz.
I never got that far out. I was.
She was right by the
Oh,
door.
that's because you
Right,
weren't
right.
in.
That
you
was
were
somebody
doing
else.
other things. That was somebody else.
But there was somebody else?
Yeah, your
You
English
got a
is so
twin
very,
sister.
very
You got
sexy.
you got a sister. It wasn't. Oh, there was somebody at the door. No.
If I kick him, he's gonna go, "Why are you kicking
Why
me?"
you
So if I
kicking-
hit him right on the table, he's gonna go, "Why are you hitting me?"
So you
It's
were at
okay.
were you at the Brain Bowl at all?
They were at
Yes.
the Brain Bowl. They were in the
Yes.
front where all the other vendor tables were.
I was there with DJ.
Yeah, and we did a nice
Yes.
interview. Matter of
Yes.
fact, she was one of the first interviews.
She
I
was
said, let's
the,
start-
she was
I
the
said
second.
did an
Yeah,
interview.
the second
After
one. You're
Dignity.
right.
Of course I know
said
she
20
was
seconds.
there.
I said,
said,
I
let's
can
start
only
the
do
right
like
way.
10.
I said, so we started at the right table. You know,
I gotta
so-
tell you, sometimes you gotta build a house and they will come. That's what you gotta do.
But I'm
And
excited that they're here
I'm excited they're
for
here.
many
too.
reasons. One is
Tell
because
me a
of
reason.
dignity. Well, one, I'm glad because no better way to kick off a week, Valentine's week, than with tequila
Broken
and
Hearts
margaritas.
Friday. Broken Hearts Friday. And I'm gonna tell you something. Broken Hearts Friday. If you got a broken heart, I got the solution, and it ain't glue.
Look, we've got new coasters now. Can we keep these coasters?
Absolutely.
So
We
now
have other
official
swag for you, too.
coasters Of One with Life Organic Tequila.
I love that.
You like
And
that?
what
We
we
don't
do-
have any coasters.
I think what we should do is, don't we have Jen G doing her deal
Wednesday.
on Wednesday? I
Yes.
think we put one of these in every chair, and we put a prize on one of
Oh, that's
these.
a good idea.
Or maybe we paste them on. We put tape and put it underneath a chair.
That is a fantastic
I think I have
idea.
an idea. I have an idea.
We've had a lot of ideas. So before we get into it, we're here with One with Life Organic Tequila, Lisa and Liz. Lisa, are you here now? Or are you
I
based out
am
in New
here.
York?
I am a resident of Delray.
Congratulations.
But are you
Thank
permanently?
you.
Because I know you used
So
to travel.
I go back and forth between Mexico, New York, and Florida.
And they got plenty of tequila left in
Florida
Mexico?
has my heart because my family lives in Florida. My mom and my sisters live here. My boyfriend lives here. My best friends live here. So I just love South Florida.
And here's
it's
what
our
I
fastest
remember.
growing area.
when we spoke, the only women-owned
That's right.
tequila company.
At the
When
time,
we spoke
yes.
at the time.
Well, the only one in this area, there are women that do own some tequila companies, a handful out there. Most of them are from Mexico, based in traditional Mexican tequila families.
But not here.
But yeah, we're actually based in South Florida
There you go.
and upstate New York. And unlike most tequilas, we're not celebrities, we're not hedge fund people.
Yeah.
We're just a couple of crazy middle-aged women that love tequila, feel very passionate about what it stands for, being lighthearted, enjoying your life, living life the way that it's supposed to be lived, as we were talking about before the show. And we're just making our way around doing things our own way. I mean, even though we don't have $1 billion like all of those other companies out there, we think there's enough room for success for everybody, and we're just doing things our own way, kind of one person at a time.
Can you imagine doing a commercial? Remember the mom jeans?
Yes.
Because you say there's middle-aged women, which we're so not.
Well, you're not. I'm talking about
other
myself.
Than the
No,
number
you're
that
young.
keeps creeping up again. Our number creeps up again next month. But I'm thinking we do a commercial of like moms, middle-aged women in mom jeans, drinking your tequila, and like what happens, right? And then they're not in their mom jeans anymore. Then they're looking hot like you ladies, right? And then it's t-shirts
Thank you.
and tank tops because they're drinking the One with Life organic tequila, right? So this,
Yes.
they drink it and like boom, there's. Can you see my
It
vision, guys?
transforms, yes. It's like Wonder Woman in
Just
her
not
They're
yes.
good
We don't know what she's
Look,
talking
they
about
nod their
right now.
head yes.
They don't know what the hell
They're
you're
so
talking
well
about.
paid, I know. But right? Can you see that? Like you drink it, you transform afterwards, and like boom, and they're like,
It's like you go into the closet and turn into Superwoman. If you drink tequila, you turn into
Exactly.
Superwoman.
Superwoman, Wonder
Supermom.
Woman, the lasso comes out.
Supermom,
The bracelets
right?
of truth come out with the tequila.
Can we do a cartoon character, super tequila lady or something?
Sure.
I like that.
yes, don't I always?
I mean, he does all of our animation. I kind of like that. So you go
That'd
into
be
the
cool.
closet, you had a shot of tequila, you come out, Superwoman.
Yeah, Supermom.
I saw Batwoman yesterday. by the
Yeah.
way. Beverly D'Amico, how are you? Yes, she says more power to women, especially
Aw.
after the tequila.
Thanks,
Frankie-
Beverly.
Frankie, my nephew.
Oh,
in New
he's
York,
in.
He's all in. He says, where can he buy it in New York City?
So, Frankie, go to our website, onewithlifetequila.com, and all of the New York City places will come up.
Well, he's a DJ up there, so he wants to get a couple of bottles and take it to the places he DJs.
All right, let's collaborate, Freddie. Contact me, Lisa at onewithlifetequila.com. Let's make it happen.
There you go.
Give
Let's
us
hear
a
it.
call. We've got plenty of tequila to share, by the way, if you're in the area. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, and our number is 888-994-4995.
And to get a shot of tequila, you got to come in and say, I love tequila.
You
Now
want to
I'm
take
looking
a
at this, and I don't know. When I drink tequila, I think the percentage is the wrong way. When I drink tequila, it goes like 99% wild and 1% peaceful.
So
what is the difference between that kind of tequila that I drink and this one?
Well, thank you for asking that question. So the name of the brand is called
Yeah.
One with Life.
Right.
And the tagline is, as you said, 99% peaceful, 1% wild. It's kind of a play on words. We're a more peaceful tequila. Not only are we a little bit more mellow in the taste, it doesn't have that harsh bite, but also the philosophy behind the tequila is about being one with life, about being peaceful. You can still be 1% wild because we don't want you to be boring, but we want people to live a mindful, joyful, peaceful life.
So
And that
one-
happens through a balanced life, through enjoying yourself, through tequila with family and friends.
The one with life tequila, when I drink it, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna be like very cool.
You know, I'm going to tell you something. If this is true,
Yeah.
then I'm going to get you a bottle with a nipple because I got to slow your butt down, man. You are like everywhere.
That's good.
I mean,
That's
you are
good.
flying off the
Maybe
wall.
this is what I need.
So
You know,
so yeah, so
I'm gonna
it's
chill,
you'll
relax,
chill, but I
take it.
also recommend doing yoga and meditation and studying some Eastern philosophy while you're at it, and that will help you
In
chill a
what
little bit
particular?
more with the
Should I go
tequila.
tequila, then yoga, and then some of the?
I
or the other way
I
around?
would start out the morning with a little meditation
Okay.
and chanting of Om.
You do this?
A little alternate nostril
this
breathing
every day?
every morning.
You
Every
do?
morning, and then every morning I read something spiritual, and it doesn't matter what religion you are.
Okay.
It's all the same love, one love, and you read something that's positive and that has something that connects humanity. So if you start out your morning with something really inspirational, and you do some yoga for your body, and you do some meditation to go beyond your mind, then when you do drink your tequila, it'll be part of a balanced lifestyle. And of course, you drink it in moderation.
Can I drink the
Always,
tequila
always.
before, during, and after the...
All right, so I have to ask,
A little bit.
how did you go from this peaceful space to creating a tequila company?
So my day job was pretty dark. I was a commissioner on the parole board in New York State, so I was in prison every day for the last 10 years, pretty much. And I mostly dealt with very serious crimes, a lot of murders and rapes and robbery, not to bring everybody down right now. But it was a pretty dark, heart-wrenching
How'd you end
job.
up in that job? I'm going to backtrack way
I didn't even
back.
know that was a job.
The commissioner on the parole board?
I didn't even know that was a job. Did you know that was a job?
Yes. Well, I'm a criminal justice attorney by trade, so
Wow.
I worked for the state for the last 28 years, and in different criminal justice agencies as a prosecutor. Started out as an intern in legal aid, and
In New York City?
in Long Island, and then I was a prosecutor in New York City and Manhattan, and then I went to the Attorney General's office, and then the last 10 years on the parole board. So it was a pretty serious job. I never took myself too seriously, but of course I took my job seriously, and tequila always kind of reminded me of being lighthearted and fun and not taking yourself too seriously. So it became a metaphor. So that the reason that I was drawn to tequila was for the lightness of it. So that's kind of how I got into it. And then I was lucky enough to get a fabulous team with me. I met Liz back in 2016 when she helped at the Riptide Festival. She's a friend of my sister Lynn's. And my sister-in-law runs South Florida, Nicole Avella. She was a bartender, and she's into all type of mysticism, and she's a yogi as well. And then the team just started growing and growing from there. Nicole's husband, Randy's a pro golfer, and he's a real yogi spirit. And so all of our brand ambassadors are people that believe in the One with Life philosophy. So to us, it's more than just a tequila. It's really about enjoying yourself, being kind, having compassion, and the philosophy behind it, being one with life. And the philosophy behind One with Life is really the driving force for us. Don't get me wrong, the tequila tastes delicious. We love it. It's also organic, which is really important to us, and sustainably farmed, which that's another message that we're trying to put out there, how important organic, sustainable products are. But it's all part of a balanced life, and we have fun with it, and life's meant to be fun.
Have you ever done a yoga tequila event?
We have. I've done a bunch of them in New York, and we did one at the One Hotel in South Beach. We had two new moon meditations. We've done 2 of them already, and we've combined them with meditation. The first one we did with yoga and meditation, and we'll be doing them next month on the rooftop bar there.
I wonder if we could do one here and open the bay door and do a yoga. I've wanted to do
How
this
come you have to open the bay door?
because you need to see the moon.
Or you want to do it at night? Have you seen the super
Full
moon now?
moon. Yeah,
Full
oh,
moon.
the
We just
super
had a
moon is
full moon,
beautiful.
right?
The
I
snow
saw it
moon,
last night.
it's gorgeous.
Because I've been talking about doing this with Tracy and Felice and all these amazing healers we have. But
Let's
now
do it.
now
Let's
the
bring
tequila
tequila
puts it
into
at
it.
a whole nother level.
Have you ever done-
I'm so sorry, but wait, you work at night. Teddy, will you produce the show with me?
Oh, yes,
All
I
right,
will.
thank you.
I'm gonna tell you something. The tequila don't flow unless Freddie's present. Have you ever done a tequila Latino night? Tequila Latino night.
Let's do one with salsa. We could do a
Actually,
little salsa
February
dancing.
25th.
They don't understand us.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell her. She can have some Latin communications or al fuego. We can have them and we can begin something like this. Or like
Sí,
tequila
claro.
night.
We are
Sí,
perfecto.
claro.
Tú hablas
Un
español.
poquito.
Tú hablas español.
Un poquito.
Nosotros vamos a hacer una clase de bailarines.
Yeah.
¿Cómo se dice? Bailarines.
Sí,
Bye.
dancing
Bye.
class.
Bye.
Yeah, we'd
And
love
why
to.
not have
Tequila.
a tequila night
Yeah.
and we do our own deal?
Right?
Buja-
It's coming in March.
Bachata, merengue.
And then when the,
Possible.
when the
Sí.
moon comes up and it
Yeah.
comes out and Teddy's producing it, when the moon comes up and comes out,
You could do yoga, then dance.
No. we do
Nosotros
yoga.
listamos.
there you go, estamos listos.
She's with us.
She's lista.
Now, you have something in Mexico. You mentioned that you go to Mexico.
So
Why is
yeah,
that?
so we go down to
Why
Mexico
is that?
about 4 times a year to make the tequila. We work with an organic agave plant farmer in Jalisco, Mexico,
Interesting.
in a town called Amatitan,
Mhm.
which is the birthplace of tequila. And we oversee the process. We have a whole Mexico team that harvests the agave plants and then does the fermentation and the distilling and bottles it, and then we import it to Florida.
So
So
it must be
fantastic.
vegan if it's from a plant.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's just the plant.
Are
We
you
have no
serious?
additives in it.
Plants.
It's just the plant and distilled water to bring down the
But you know,
alcohol
he's
content.
vegan now, so you're good with this, right?
I
That's
don't know. I
great.
gotta keep trying to see where I go. Yes, I know it's vegan. All booze is vegan.
No,
It's
I
vegan.
think so.
Yeah, all of it. Except they're not diabetic friendly. But tequila is diabetic friendly. It is one of the few drinks, that and vodka, that I can drink.
It's low sugar, yes, compared to other
You
alcohols.
can't do rums.
Keto friendly.
You can't do gin.
Every time I hear tequila now, I think of the shofar. I saw this meme on Facebook, tequila. Instead of tequila, it was tequila. So you don't know what a shofar is, but
The chauffeur
my
drives
Jewish,
your car.
my Jewish friends
The chauffeur
understand.
drives your car.
No, so I can't even say it because I did it before when you blow the shofar at the end of
Rosh
the end of Rosh
Hashanah.
Hashanah.
This is a
They
midday
say
show and you're blowing
tequila
bullfights.
instead of tequila.
Not nice. Not
I'm blo-
cool. Not cool.
You got
Teddy,
tequila
not cool.
instead of tequila.
She's blowing things.
Banned from Facebook.
There you have
Hey,
it.
listen, why don't you say that when you're producing the show? I'm sorry, Facebook. I'll tell you, shut up.
No, that's really what it's called. But every time I hear that, it's what I think of. So let's
No.
talk about this drink we've got going.
So I'm gonna let Liz tell you about the drink. She made this beautiful
What is
looking
this,
drink
Liz?
this
Yeah.
morning.
It is a strawberry
our
lime.
Valentine's Day special.
It's a strawberry lime margarita, made with fresh lime juice and strawberries. And basil actually as well. So I just made the lime
Cheers.
juice and tequila, of course. One with Life Organic tequila.
Cheers,
Salute.
ladies. Salute.
Salute. Should we do
Everyone
the
have one?
toast? You want to do the toast that's on the back label?
Sure, let's do the toast in the
I
back
have a
label.
plain shot with me. And
Okay.
Does,
Fernando, you have a drink?
Yeah.
does everybody have a
This one
shot?
right here.
Let's all do our shots
This
together.
one right there.
And then
Right
here,
there.
take another shot.
There's a drink
And
right
oh,
over here.
here's Fernando. You can have this
Here
drink.
comes Fercho, the mellow guy.
And
Is this what happens?
I'm gonna pour myself a
1%
little
wine.
shot. And
After you got one, Teddy,
any of the producers want a
You
shot,
want- you
I
like
can
one?
Everybody
pour
got a
one
shot?
for you as
Everybody got a shot?
well.
You want a shot?
I'm going to pass
Would
these
you like
around.
a shot? Well,
What you do? Swallow it already?
would you like one?
And we've got a couple different ones. This is the original Liz. There's two here.
Is this a
One
am I
is in the
allowed to reach
bottle.
over
What's
to
the
Okay,
other
don't worry
one?
about
This is our extra anejo.
What is
That's okay,
extra
because when
anejo?
you-
Shot.
This is a 5 aged year tequila.
Can I have
And it's
another
aged
shot of
in
an
Absolutely.
champagne
Oh,
barrels.
of an
My
anejo,
goodness
sure.
gracious.
Bourbon
What
barrels.
is
on, guys.
double
Yeah, you have.
You know, this would be your third surprise I had for you. I got a lot of surprises
you?
for you this week. This wasn't even one I mentioned.
Listen, before we keep going, that's that point, I want to wish Grandma Vodka a happy birthday. I'm sorry I wasn't there Saturday night. Happy birthday. You know, Mom, I love you. And come to the studio so I can cut you a cake or make you a cake.
All right.
Or just wanted to get that
Here's a
out there.
couple
All right,
of the
here, do you
extra
like
anejo. Would you like to try the extra anejo?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
No,
I'm
gonna
gonna
tell
pour
you something.
myself a
Two
little
grapes,
shot of the
two wines.
blanco.
This is dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
This-
Blanco and extra
you-
anejo.
this
Oh,
is
yeah.
on-
You
Have
sip
you tried
that.
It's
this?
got a
So
real
this is how
sweetness to
Lisa
it.
does a
This
shot.
is
Both of them.
on-
She
You
takes
can
a
sip
sip.
that.
You
And
sipping
this is
already?
Freddie's shot.
Alcoholic? This is
It's Monday.
So let's do the toast that's on the back of this label. It's on the back of every label of the
We need one
blanco.
more.
We need one more?
we
Oh
need one
yes,
more.
let's
Here
get
it
you
goes.
one.
It's right here.
One more. There's another one there?
Okay,
All right, you bring
thank
that
you.
over.
You get one?
All right, on the back of the bottle, there's a toast.
So on the back of the bottle, there is a toast on the back of every bottle. And the toast says, let's raise our glasses.
Come on,
Let's wait for
DJ.
Fernando. We'll wait
DJ.
for you.
DJ, raise the glass.
Okay. So let's toast to being fully present, listening deeply, speaking with love, and being one with life. Salud.
Salud. I'm in. I think that's our new motto.
Salud. I love it. I think we should have it patched on the wall somehow.
Oh, I love the sugar too.
Yeah, so we put a nice, we have a
rim or-
hibiscus sugar rim
Ah.
This
that you
is
can,
sick.
really easy
So-
to add. You can buy
this
the,
hibiscus sugar
the
rim.
sugar is already pre-made. You can get it at Publix. You
You
can
smell
get
it?
it at ABC or Total Wine. And you just put it on a plate.
Hey,
You
Hector,
you
turn
rim
on
the
camera
cup
three.
with some
Believe me,
lime,
there
and
is
then you
tequila
just
in
dip
that,
it in
no
sugar,
problem.
and then you pour
Turn
it in
on
the drink.
camera 3. Let's see what you guys think. See
What
what
do you guys
happens when
think?
the rest of our crew doesn't show up to work. You all get the Yes, Teddy? It goes
got the
well with that
thumbs
protein
up.
shake, right?
Oh yeah.
That's her
You know,
chaser.
you could put tequila and protein. It tastes protein shake. It tastes
I
fabulous.
think that defeats the purpose. That
Hey,
was
hey,
smooth,
Slick, what do you
though.
think?
Slick, you like?
You're Hector. You like it?
You gotta turn your mic on. I think you're done.
He's cut off.
You have to put batteries in it.
Hector, you like?
I actually had to add more strawberries.
You're
It's
gonna
very
go.
strong.
Yeah, you need batteries in the mic before they work. All right.
Hector, get me off
This
my
is
back of
One
my
with
neck.
Life Organic Tequila. We're going to go to a commercial break.
I gotta tell you something.
When we come back, you're going to do another shot of the
I don't-
anejo?
is
or
that
this
bottle
one?
available anywhere?
Oh yeah, the extra anejo. It's available.
That is dangerous.
Yeah, it's at Pat's Liquors in Delray. Where is it in Boca? Fifth
Star
Avenue.
Wine. Star Wine Liquors on in
gonna
Reserve
grab the-
on Clintmore.
On Clintmore. That's right by my
Near your
house.
house. When we
I have
come back,
2
let's
bottles
talk.
left right now.
When we come back, let's talk about the difference between the 2 bottles. How
Hey,
we
where
make
we go
this
from
delicious
Did you
drink.
try
Where
it?
we
Where
go from here?
Sure.
I have not.
You have to try that. That is
All right.
unbelievable, ladies and
One
gentlemen.
with Life Organic Tequila. Check out their website, onewithlifetequila.com.
Yes.
Stay tuned. Here's a toast to Monday. We'll be right back.
Does your business Moby Pop? A new way to grow your business. Using a simple keyword, drive customers right to you with just a click. Customers will receive your personalized digital business card within seconds with all your contact information in one place, including a gallery of photos, videos, and clear call to action that drives sales. Promote your products and services, or share a hot new listing with custom event pages and RSVP form, boosting qualified leads. Special offers and promotions are directly sent to your potential customers' phones with text campaigns, increasing foot traffic and creating a loyal following. Let MobiPop drive your marketing campaign. Focus on your business. Let MobiPop focus on growing it.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Hi, my name is Leslie Carmen, and I'm the founder from Carmen Care Laser here in Boca Raton. We've done so many treatments. We've treated people with severe back pain, knee pain. If your pain has been there for so many years, often we just have a tendency to just believe that we're not going to get better.
I had a bad injury with my knee, my left knee, and it is amazing after just 3 treatments. And even after the first treatment, I could tell a huge difference.
We'd love to invite you to come see us and be a part of that. Thank you.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
What happened when you drink tequila? All the bells are sounding.
Tequila. We could do a whole song, a whole thing. We're here live with One with Life Organic Tequila. Lisa is sharing the show out with Teddy. We've got Liz with us. DJ Hector's on the board. Slick. Everyone's a little bit happy because we're rolling into our Valentine's Day week. You can call it the Broken Hearts Club. I just think about love and sharing the love and being at peace. You know what? You keep telling me to be at peace.
Do you see the back
Now
of her
we
shirt?
can be at peace.
What's the back of her shirt says?
What is that? Kindness is sexy. So Liz, how does that go with tequila?
It goes smooth.
I actually didn't create the shirt. Lisa did, so she's going to have to tell you. I got the shirt after they made it. But I don't know. That one you're going to have to go with. Lisa, how did we create Kindness is Sexy as
So
the...
kindness and sexy, we wanted to have a t-shirt that really reflected who we are and what we stand for. So we have on the front our logo, and then on the back, kindness is sexy, because that's the message we're trying to spread. And, you know, we try and live that message. So we're not the typical company that will hire like blonde bombshells with the huge boobs to go do shots off people's chests, or, you know, go around and use their sexuality.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but, you know, that's not the kind of company we are. We believe that beauty is from within, and that kindness is beauty, And if you're not a loving, kind person, it doesn't matter what you look like, you're not beautiful.
We're going with the middle-aged woman look. I like that.
So yeah, and of any age. I mean, we have older people, younger people, middle-aged people. Anyone can be a
Blondes.
good brand ambassador if you're passionate and you're kind, you believe in the message, and you like tequila.
And you're a hard worker. Let's not leave that
You
out.
can't
Gotta work.
you can't get around hard work.
Gotta work.
No way of getting
Now,
around
who
that.
drinks more tequila, men or women?
Well, my experience from doing thousands of tastings over the last 5 years, and Liz, let me know if you find the same thing. It's mostly women.
Women like
I mean,
it.
men like it too, but usually the men try it because of their woman. You know, usually a couple will come in, the wife or girlfriend will taste the tequila, they'll love it, and then they'll say to their boyfriend, yeah, let's get this, or their husband, let's get this, and they go along with it.
Yeah,
And now more men are starting to like it, but predominantly, I would say women love our tequila.
Always have.
Well, I love.
Women love tequila.
Now I'm sort
Yes,
of torn.
women
I
love
have to
tequila in
tell you,
general.
because you've got the clear. I don't know if
The
it's-
Blanco.
The Blanco, which I like a lot, but I'm loving the margarita.
But it has a Blanco in it, no?
But yeah, so I like it with the strawberry, so I like the little additive to it. Now the Añejo, I can do without anything because it's just a whole nother level of smoothness.
Yeah, so the Blanco is not aged. This goes right from the agave plant into the clay oven, gets cooked for 24 hours and cooled, and then it gets shredded, juiced, and then it gets fermented. We don't use any yeast. That's why it's so natural, just an airborne wild fermentation. And then it gets distilled twice and put into the bottles. It's not aged at all. The next level up is a reposado, which means it's usually aged up to 6 months. And then añejo is aged up to a year. And then this extra añejo is over 3 years. This one is actually 5 years old, our extra añejo. And it's aged in a bourbon barrel and a French wine barrel for 5 years and then blended together. So it's got a really nice caramel taste, almost like butterscotch.
That bad boy
And the bottle is
unbelievable.
magnificent.
So this was designed by my sister-in-law, Nicole, and this is the earth with the tree of life and the seed of life gold etched over it.
And
Now,
these
do
are
you-
hand painted, Liz said. I'm sorry.
So this is hand painted. Yeah, every bottle's hand painted, and
Do you
there's
have the online about it?
a handmade beaded bracelet on the neck
Hey,
of
you get
every
a bracelet
bottle as well.
too, huh? You get a whole
Bracelet on this
wardrobe.
one as well.
I don't think you
Yes.
can buy them at some of the local stores or online, correct?
You can buy them online through our website or through mashandgrape.com. Mash and Grape will ship to most states, and you can buy them in the liquor stores. They're all over South Florida.
Even the nails and
The añejo is in this area. It's in Star Wines,
So wine on Clintmore.
and Clintmore.
and it's in Pat's in Delray,
Yes, and the Wine Wave
and the Wine Wave in Delray.
in Delray.
Unbelievable.
And for the
Amazing.
Latin audience, the anejo, we call it in a very sexy word. We say añejo.
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 From
Añejo.
Mexico, the
Yes.
añejo flavor,
Yes,
right?
it's a sexy sound.
It
That's
is.
right. Añejo.
Añejo
Yes.
means age.
And what do we serve with this for food? I'm just trying to get a whole flair for an event.
Anything
Food.
goes. Anything goes.
So for food, I really have tequila with any type
There
of
you go.
food.
You can have it with pancakes. You can have it with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Generally, it
Pancakes.
blends really well with citrus or seafood. I love it with shrimp. Avocado is really nice with it. Anything avocado based. Fish tacos are really great with it. If you're going to eat a steak or meat, I'm not a meat eater. I'm a vegetarian. Hopefully soon vegan. But
you?
with the extra añejo, it's better. It's hearty, so it's good more with something more hearty, like a hearty fish or a steak, or for after dinner as an after dinner drink. And the Blanco is better with seafoods, appetizers, just by itself. Really with anything because it's so light.
And how did you make this margarita? Besides the sugar is amazing.
Well, it's lime juice, fresh squeezed lime juice, basil and strawberries. I did not puree the strawberries. I just put them in, and I actually let it sit for at least for 4 hours and infuse the basil. The longer you infuse the basil in there, you'll get that taste.
You'll taste
Now
it.
So
think
it's
about-
really, it's better to keep it in there overnight.
Now this is your work, right? Honey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm coming up with a new recipe for a margarita. Honey, what are you doing? editing pieces for 18 hours. What are you doing? I don't know. I'm posting events and shows and posts. But what are you doing? Oh, I'm marinating strawberries in tequila for 4 hours.
But there's nothing
I don't
wrong
know.
with it.
What's the
That's what I
trade-off?
did when I
there?
woke up this morning.
So do you come up with your own recipes?
No, well, Nicole, who worked with us, she's great at creating them.
Have you
Sometimes
ever
I find
thought of
some online
something?
and then I tweak them a little bit to what we like.
Because
You,
tequila.
you mix a nice drink though, Liz. Liz is a really good mixologist.
Getting better.
And that's
Really
one of the
good.
things that I think really attracts people at our liquor store tastings is that she'll make a really nice drink and people will taste it and they'll imagine themselves making it at home.
Because it makes it easy. What I love is how this blends in with our new backdrop, actually. In fact, let's look at the new backdrop. Slick shaking his head, yes. So we're doing a whole tribute to Valentine's Day. Other
The
camera.
other one.
All the way. Other one. There you go. This new backdrop is from Amy Rashevsky, and it's the set of 3. And yes, all 3 are for sale. $2,400 for all 3 of them, which is beautiful. But look how beautifully it goes
So
with this
pretty.
margarita, right?
Yeah.
It
Oh,
matches
yeah.
incredibly
Except the
well. It
red.
takes us right into
Does
Valentine's
match
Day.
well.
Don't you think? Red, purple, it's all about love.
Yeah.
Sharing
about
the
love.
love is all I can tell you.
With your friends,
And there's so many
family.
red drinks you can make for Valentine's Day.
What is
You can
this?
use- that is a hibiscus sugar.
Oh, that's the sugar?
And so this is really easy if you want to rim the glasses.
And what
with
is that
special
that we-
That's a cosmopolitan.
that's a cosmopolitan rim, so that's a
Oh,
pink
okay.
sugar.
You could also do a pink salt, like a Himalayan salt as well.
What is your
Yeah.
favorite? Number one, only one. You only allow one. That's just one. What is the
Okay,
number uno?
besides drinking it straight,
Well, that's a given.
because
That's
I
how I
love
like it,
drinking.
club soda and
I
lime.
love drinking it
Club soda
straight,
and lime with it?
chilled with a little lime is delicious. But if I had to pick a margarita, I would say the one that we made today, the strawberry basil, because it's really fresh. It's got fruits and herbs in it, and I would highly recommend when you order a margarita, you want fresh lime juice. It makes a big difference.
It's a superfood.
The strawberries.
I was told that
And
women
basil.
that drink tequila straight are usually powerful women. This is something I learned
I
in the
prefer
day.
it straight.
Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
And even though it has the same alcohol content as vodka and rum and all the other alcohols, people always think of tequila as being stronger.
Yes.
But it's really just they're tasting the agave plant. It's the botanical that makes them think it's stronger. It's really the same alcohol content. And also, it doesn't hit you as quickly. So sometimes people drink a whole bunch of shots, which I would never recommend. I think tequila is meant to be sipped slowly. And it doesn't hit them for a while because it has a complex sugar instead of a simple sugar. Because of the 7 years that it takes to harvest it, it takes a while for the sugar to really hit you. And that's also why it's, known for the complex sugar properties, which are better than the simple sugars.
And are you in restaurants as well?
Yes.
We are. We're in a lot of restaurants in the Boca area. We're in Farm
Miami,
to
Delray,
Table here. I mean, there's so many that we're in to name.
And they're all on our website as well.
Yeah, onewithlifetequila.com.
One
But
with
we
Life
are,
Tequila.
we're in many, many.
Ted, you like tequila?
Yeah, this was amazing.
Hector? Oh, you don't drink. Slick?
This was good.
Which one you like better? Can you compare the two?
I only tried one, but I like the Blanco, seriously.
Would you like to try the extra Neho? Hector, I'll pour you a little bit right now.
They're writing to me and they want to know if you can create a worm.
A
of
worm?
salt and put it in the bottle.
Well, I would not put a worm in the bottle because I don't
A
think
fake
that's
worm?
A fake
healthy. But if I was going to put something in the bottle, I'd probably put a little Buddha or a little owl. And I
What
would
about
have
an
it
owl?
say
Good idea.
something inspirational.
What about
And
an
it would be
owl?
inside the bottle. If it's not a
The
choking
owl
hazard.
could be very cool.
The owl.
An
is
owl
So,
on
the
Hector,
the bottle?
Hey, let
I'm
me
gonna-
pass it.
Okay, thanks.
I think the owl inside would be very cool.
You like that idea? I love
love
the
that
whole
idea.
spirituality side of it because it's so different than any take you would think of tequila or an alcohol. But this is truly about being peace, being present, and having a little bit of wild side.
Well, the funny thing is that everybody that's writing in is talking about how do you get boozed up on it. That's not what we're talking about.
No,
That's not
that's
the
right.
message.
No.
And it's funny
Certainly
because
not on
it's
a
not
Monday
the
at
message.
12.
No, it's not about that. It's about doing something that's wholesome, holistic, and actually good for you. It's funny because I went vegan about 6-7 weeks ago, and I didn't think I was going to go vegan. I love steak. And this thing about saving the animals and all that, God told me don't worry about it. But if it's good, if it's good for you.
Wait, God said don't worry about the animals?
That's
He
not
told
why
me
you
to
went
eat the
vegan.
steaks. No, there was somebody in here talking about the clothes and the animals. And,
Oh, we talked about leather.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
said to her, listen, honey, I still love my leather seats. I'm not doing it for that, but I'm a diabetic, and it has brought my sugar down. And this,
Yes.
I know tequila brings my sugar down, but what am I going to be drinking tequila all day? No.
Yeah.
But this one glass a night, the dark one, and you have that when you're sort of chilling, you have that whole day thing going. I'm going to tell you something. There's nothing better than that. That's
You
what
know,
it's
I
all
used to
about.
talk about when I see a guy holding scotch. Kind of sexy, right? Is a woman holding tequila just as sexy?
Look at her shirt.
I think so.
Well, that's what makes me think about it. And is your necklace the same tree?
Now, this necklace is the 12 tribes of Israel.
Oh, beautiful.
I got this in Israel.
It reminds me of the tree. That's why I was
Yeah,
wondering
it looks
if
like a
it's
tree.
similar.
It's actually
The
a
colors.
it's a pomegranate, and it's the colors of our label. Yeah, but this this has been blessed by a rabbi in Israel. This necklace, and it goes along with the whole theme of compassion and kindness.
So you've always been this way, and tequila was just an addition?
Strive to be this way. I mean, definitely I could ask Liz and the rest of my team. I definitely have my moments, as we all do. But we
No, but
all,
you're
I
very
think all of us
calm.
on the
You're
team,
not-
we're trying to kind of just
live by the
live by,
the
like
value
walk
of
the walk
tequila.
and talk the talk as much as we can, just like everybody else is trying to do.
Well, running a business
But
is
we're
not
just
easy.
using tequila as the vessel to do it.
Well,
Talk
what-
about a woman-owned business, though, right? A tequila company.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any men as your reps as well, but so many
Yes.
are women.
We allow men to work for us.
For them, not with them, for them.
Yes.
They allow
Yeah.
men to work for them. That's okay.
We have a few male brand ambassadors.
If you're paying me to distribute booze,
You're in.
I work for any woman. Ain't no
And the men
difference
that
to
work with
Yes.
us are great.
Yeah,
They're
and you
passionate
know,
about it.
and to us, it's just, it's not about men or women. It's really just about good people and people that have a passion for tequila and also a passion for life and for kindness and kind of emulate the one with life philosophy. That's what we're looking for. We don't care about the gender, the age, physical appearance, conventional physical appearance. We just really care about the beauty inside.
But for you, it's a little bit tricky because you're still running a business. And at the end of the day, that's when the conflictions come in because you still have to run a business. You have to make some decisions that people aren't going to be happy with, some decisions that people are loving it, some people
True.
don't loving it. And you want to stay as close as you can to your message, but you're still a business person first.
That's true. I mean, that's always been kind of the conundrum. How much do we go with conventional standards of selling tequila as opposed to our own thing? So we work our butts off, basically. And we do have people all over, and every audience is different. You may have one bar that has a certain audience and another bar that has another, and you have to kind of adapt and pivot according to who your consumers are. And that's a great point. That's true. But we're trying to not lose the message of who we are, even if it takes a little longer to get where we want to be.
Gotcha.
And I really think that the reason our company will explode one day and get out there is because we're ourselves. We're authentic. We're not trying to be like the billion-dollar companies that are out there.
It's
the
funny
quality,
because
too.
the guy who drinks the double X beer, what's his name? The guy
The
that
Secchi's guy?
the guy I ran into him in Miami and spilled the drink all
The
over him.
sexiest man in the world.
That guy. It's funny because he had
Most
him,
interesting guy in the
Yeah.
world.
that guy.
No, sorry, most interesting, not
he's
sexy.
I ran into Mr. Interesting, and I hit him in his arm, and his drink went all over. He says, "Oh, you must be a fan."
Similar story.
All that stuff. But the bottom line is, when he started with that, because of that one little phrase, people bought into it because of him.
Yes.
And now Dos X is like, I used to call it Tres X. I know it's a triple X. It's the movie thing. But the Dos X,
Movie thing.
everybody goes towards that deal. So what I like about your product is the tree, and the owl, and the purity of the product. And therein lies the difference because they can parlay into different markets as well. It's like the artists. I tell the artists, we got artists in here hanging their art. This the story in the art that they sell.
Yeah.
That's right. People like the story, and they like to have an emotional connection to people or to a philosophy. And I think that's really what helps it more than just the fact
And
that
that's
it's
what you
tequila.
have in front of you. Is that philosophy behind it. Original, only woman owned, because you were one of the first, if not the first. owning the
Well, at
business.
least in this immediate area.
In this area.
In this area.
Not in Mexico, but in South Florida for sure.
Well, I didn't go to Mexico. I came here.
Exactly. But it's been so nice to watch you all evolve and grow with us at the same time, because we both started with Liz, right? I remember
Yes.
going to Maggiano's and sitting with Anique and bringing them forward to all of those restaurants. Because not only they're Maggiano's, they're Chili's, and a whole big chain.
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago.
That was a long
And
time
then you
ago.
give back, you're at the Brain Bowl, you're giving back Alzheimer's, right? The owl. So it kind of goes hand in hand. And Pam always says Liz is always amazing. Liz is always there. She supports all of our events, and always the Brain Bowl.
And we got a whole bunch of different players now in the game that will welcome women-owned business, because that's the name of the game right now, is a women empowerment. Whether guys like it or not, it is what it is.
But I think it would be a great synergy with your celebration of life on February 25th.
Oh, we're still doing that?
We're still doing that. And if you read the post from Dignity Memorial, it's celebration of Freddie's life, and then it says, but don't worry, Freddie will be with us because Freddie is fine. We are doing a mock celebration of life for everyone to see how they may want their life to be celebrated, and just make plans and preparations so your loved ones don't have to. So we are doing that right here in our theater on the other side of our studio, February 25th. But please RSVP, because we need a head count for tequila, we need a head count for food, we need a head count for chairs.
We need to close the door when we hit a certain number.
Pretty much, or we're going to open up the bay door and let people flow in and
Put 'em
flow out,
outside.
is all I can
Why
say.
not? And it's not creepy. It's
We're going to have a
it's
lot
a
of
philosophy.
fun. We're doing music, maybe tequila, some food.
Yeah, count us
bites.
in. I think it's a great idea to celebrate somebody's life while they're still alive.
Isn't that the
so that's
best?
nice that they're doing that for you, because most people don't get those kind of accolades until after they're gone. But why not do it for people
Well,
while
they're
they're
gonna
still
roast
here?
me.
Right?
Is it your actual birthday?
No,
Or
it's my
this is-
son's,
Okay.
because I want to celebrate a life, and my birthday's not till March, and they want to do it now, so I'm going to celebrate his life.
Very nice.
So I'm switching this whole thing up. But it's funny you say that, because I've been thinking about the important things in my life that I want to celebrate, and a lot of it is not about me. It's about people that have touched me, and there's all sorts of things. And I'm having a meeting with them because they want to go over what I'm going to be doing and everything else. But I'm a party guy. I love tequila. Listen, I grew up on tequila.
Was it in your bottle with a nipple?
DeKalb Avenue in the Bronx, baby. I mean, J-Lo had nothing on us on East Tremont. knew her back in the day. The whole nine, I remember. And these things are all coming back because celebration of life is in your bottle.
That's right. It's a metaphor for celebrating life, and I think that's why so many people gravitate towards tequila.
So do you ever miss going back to the prisons?
Because they need you.
You know what? The connection of speaking with people, working with people, I do miss that. I did enjoy it very much, and I loved pretty much every job that I've ever had, because I think with any career, you bring yourself to that career. You bring your happiness and your passion to whatever you're doing.
Right.
So tequila is just another form of that for me.
Another business.
Yeah.
I've had 3,400.
But it happens to be a very fun one.
Now, let me ask you, you were an intern at Long Island Legal Aid?
Many, many moons ago.
I was an intern for the Legal Aid in Manhattan. I was the only Spanish-speaking legal aid in Manhattan.
What year were you there?
Oh, Jesus Christ. When did I graduate? In 84, so I'm going to say 81.
Mm-hmm. That was a little bit before I came on board at the
81,
DA's
82.
office there. I came on in 89.
And then I did Corporation Counsel, which is the younger kids. I
Yes.
got to work with them because Legal Aid went on strike. Remember when Legal Aid went on strike?
Yes.
That's when I served. Jack Stackhouse was the attorney of record.
Oh, yeah. I remember Jack Stackhouse.
Jack Stackhouse,
sure.
he was running for mayor, I think. Jack Stackhouse left me in the bullpen till 8 o'clock at night. I waited. He says, I'll be right back.
Oh,
He forgot
wow.
all about me. That was my internship
It's a
day.
good thing you're a tough guy, Fred.
And I think he never went back after that.
No, I
think
went
Olympia's
back.
Mark,
He
did
says,
you?
he says to me, my God, I forgot about you. How long were you there? I said, till 8 o'clock, Jack. He says, I am so. He took me to buy a big steak dinner, and we went to a famous restaurant.
David DaCosta. David, yes, he said he checked out your website. He wants to buy a bottle. But you also have stores in Fort Lauderdale.
Thank you, David.
And
Yes,
Boca.
we do. We're in the Total Wines and the ABCs in Boca, Fort Lauderdale.
If you buy,
And he has a great event.
some
It's
local-
Fun Glow.
And
if
local
you
ones as
buy,
well.
if you
Yeah.
buy this tequila, I want you to come on the set. Just come on down, tell us what you think about it. We'll put you on the air, and let's have a little runoff here. Let's find out the best tequila in Boca happens to be on that bottle.
Or we could do recipes too.
Sure. We'd
Right?
love to give you recipes.
You have recipes on your website?
We do have recipes on our
Yes.
website. We have a new drink deck that we just did, so we'll make sure we upload that onto our website. We can put it on your website if you'd like.
We should
Really
link
easy
it,
to make
yeah.
drinks. And we have some Valentine's Day drinks and just some everyday drinks. We have recipe cards that have our 3 signature drinks. The easiest drink to make that probably is my favorite is the Owl Margarita. And you just squeeze in some fresh lemon, lime, and orange. And that's it. You want to put in a splash of club soda, you can do that too, and just the tequila.
What's your favorite tequila drink?
I would probably say that too, because I really just like a little citrus and the tequila.
Skinny margarita.
Yeah.
A skinny margarita, no
You
sugar,
can
I'm
put in a
in.
little agave if you want to. I don't need it, but some people want a little bit of sweetness, so they'll put in a little
I think the
agave.
Sounds
tequila,
amazing.
the way it is, we used to chase it down with a big boy. Is that what they call it?
I know I'm
Big boy?
chasing mine with coffee. Actually, I'm chasing this with that. So we're chasing the Blanco with the Anejo. So
Anejo, yeah.
I see you have like
Got a lot
12
going
cups
on
on
I've
there.
got so many cups lined up here, but wow, what a
Hilarious.
great Monday. And how do people find the website again?
So go to onewithlifetequila.com. We're also on Facebook. We're on Instagram and Twitter. But if you want to find the locations, just go right to our website, onewithlifetequila.com. You can also email me, lisa@onewithlifetequila.com.
I want to do the Game Boy. You know, I'm getting a little bit annoyed because I still am no closer to the game. Right? I want to do the Brooklyn Cafe Game Board.
Start
And if you
taking the
get the
notes.
wrong answer, you gotta have a shot tequila. I think we should make it part.
Or
it
the
comes.
right answer. It comes with a few shot glasses?
Yes.
How do you like that?
And you gotta go buy it. We give you where to go buy the
Your
booze.
player piece could be your shot glass.
Here you go.
That I like that. There you go. This is Freddie in a cup.
OneWithLifeTequila.com and check it out. Thank you so much for joining
You're
us.
welcome.
They're going to
Thanks
be
for having
joining us here on the 25th for Freddie's Celebration of Life, along with Dignity Memorial, hopefully everybody else. We're going to have a big party, is all I can
Big
tell
party,
you.
baby.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we've got Alan Huber with freedomfromobamacare.com talking health insurance and how to stack it and reprice it. Lots of great information that you probably never knew. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you
DJ.
so much for
Thanks for
having
having
us.
us.
And we'd like to
More to
thank
come.
all our
There you go.
tequila
Great.
friends that are listening out there. We appreciate all your
Everybody's
support.
writing in.
Cheers. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Listen, don't you
Happy
wish you had a
Valentine's
glass
Day.
of tequila?
Salud.
Stay
Salud.
tuned. We'll be right back.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful.
Bev wants-
Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Dr. Lee of Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic with a PhD in neuroscience. Her practice in acupuncture helps hormone balancing, total relaxation, diabetes, and inflammation. For additional questions or to schedule a free consultation, call Boca Raton Acupuncture Clinic at 617-817-1910. Acupuncture and Chinese herbs are very effective in treating many ailments and diseases and have been used for thousands of years in China. Call today for your free consultation at 617-817-1910.
You have a business you want to share, ideas you want to be heard, and events you want to be known, then amp them up on Amp It Up, our new online radio station. We want your voice to be heard, so spread the word on Amp It Up. Contact us at 866-224-5422 for more information. Let's amp it up.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events that they might have coming up.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. Health insurance, name your price. Let's put that on the lower third, please, Mr. Animator. We've got Alan Huber with us from freedomfromobamacare.com. And a huge thank you to One With Life Organic Tequila. They were on our 12 o'clock hour. That hour went really fast. Maybe because we were drinking tequila.
No, fun stuff always goes fast. But this is some company. I'm going to tell you, get your tequila on. This is the way you want to go.
A woman-owned tequila company based out of New York, Mexico, and South Florida. And it's just amazing that we've worked with them since they started in 2016, when we started in 2016. And I love the way businesses just grow together and we all come together.
And here they are.
And Teddy's giving them a tour. They're going to be joining us on February 25th, and I hope you will all be joining us as well, because yes, we are doing a celebration of life with Dignity Memorial Southeast Florida as the sponsor, celebrating Freddie's life. And yes, Freddie will be there. Freddie is fine. We're just going to have a big party, but it's about really making arrangements, putting everything in place, and having some fun. Freddie style.
I know. Have a lot of fun. Not a little fun. Lot of fun.
If it comes to Freddie, we're having a lot of fun.
Non-stop, baby, because you only live life one time in this planet, so.
Give us a call. Our phone lines are open, 888-994-4995. And when you're out working hard on those nights, when I'm out having fun, I'm out meeting great people at networking events, like Rockstar with Gen G last Thursday night, where I met Alan Huber. What a great event that was.
I could tell you were having lots of fun.
You know, I could have stayed longer, but then my daughter said she was hungry, so we went out for dinner, but I'd never been to a Rockstar event.
Oh, they're incredible.
Amazing event, a great group of people, and
They really
happened
are.
to be at the Hyatt in Delray, which was nice. A lot of times I know they're in West Palm, but this one was close, easy to get to. Maybe 150 people there? It was packed,
Something
right?
like that. Yeah, Mike does a great job and a great group of people that help him.
And I know Moby Pop runs a lot of their events, so you can always find our Moby Pop. I had my big Moby Pop on. You can text CAFE, C-A-F-E, to 55312. You've got your Moby Pop over there, and that gets our Moby Pop information, how to be on our show, how to watch our show, everything about the Brooklyn Cafe. And I got the pleasure of meeting Alan there, and I know Alan works with Gen G for health insurance as well.
Yes, I do.
And of course, it's all about the branding. Look at his shirt.
I see that. Freedom from Obamacare.
Can't miss it, right?
Now, I thought that Obamacare was already squashed.
No, it was not.
Okay.
Obamacare actually has not been changed. The issue is the media cannot get any story right. They tried to repeal and replace Obamacare. I'm very happy it failed because they really didn't have a great replacement plan. By the way, every Democrat is now in favor of repeal and replacement of Obamacare. They just call it Medicare for All. But it's repeal and replace because that's what it would be. What Trump did and what the Republicans did was they got rid of the tax penalty. So Obamacare, and I'm not anti-Obamacare. A lot of people read this and they think that I'm anti-Obamacare. Obamacare helped a lot of people. I've been in the insurance and health industry for 4 decades. And we've always wanted to get those people that were uninsurable covered.
Okay.
We had no way of doing it.
The uninsurable.
Right.
Okay.
The chronically uninsurable. So Obamacare helped that. And Obamacare helped the poor people. Who Obamacare hurt was the people that were making very good incomes. So now you'll have a couple in their 60s having to pay $3,000 per month with $16,000 in deductibles. That's insane. So by taking away the tax, and if they didn't pay for the insurance, they had to pay a tax penalty. So by taking away the tax penalty, that people were free to buy what they wanted, and because Obamacare is one size fits all.
Right.
Well, my shirts don't fit you. And by taking away the tax penalty, people now have the ability to shop for what they want, either on the exchange or off the exchange. So that's basically what happened. Obamacare has not been changed. Pre-existing conditions are still covered, contrary to what the commercials are telling you. The only major change has been the tax penalty, but also, surprisingly enough, the premiums leveled off by the actions that President Trump took. Rather than 20% a year rate increases, last year was only 4%.
But wasn't the tax penalty, now you don't have to have health insurance.
Right.
You don't have to have a tax penalty. You can just go bare.
Well, now you can, yes. But what it was is if you did not if you did not have minimum health insurance, which was very expensive,
Right.
then you had to pay a penalty based on your income. That was removed. That was the big
Oh, the
change
penalty
that
was
was
based
made.
on your income.
Oh, yeah, the tax penalty is
Did
based
you know
on your
that?
income.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a flat
No,
penalty.
the more you make, the more they take. That's our government.
Well, he was trying, I mean, he had a point where I think the younger kids aren't going to use the medical piece, and they were paying for it, really. And then you had the people with all the income in the country that were paying a larger portion of this. And you're trying to figure out a way of telling people, listen, you make a lot of money, you should pay more. And the penalty became a sore point because nobody likes to be told what to do. So if you didn't buy in, you got penalized, and people don't like that.
Well, the penalty became a sore point because you can't afford $3,000 a month. We have more 50 and 60-year-olds right now down in South Florida, the people I talk to every day, without health insurance than we've ever had before because they cannot afford $2,000 and $3,000 a month and $16,000 for deductible for a couple. So they can't afford health insurance, so now they're uninsured because they can't afford it, and you're going to give them a tax penalty of a couple of $1,000s on top of that? That was insane.
And then they called it constitutional, which was an interesting aspect, the way that got passed.
That's actually an even more interesting aspect because people don't realize that back in December of 2018, a federal court judge ruled Obamacare unconstitutional in full. I took a look, and I've been on this issue since 2009 when they were negotiating Obamacare. The problem with Obamacare when they negotiated it was they couldn't fix it when Ted Kennedy died. So from the beginning, it was a bad bill, and it will not be fixed because you have two sides in Washington that can't agree, okay, if M&M should be plain or peanut. They can't agree on anything. And so it's not going to get fixed. That's just a fact of life for the foreseeable future. So they get to blame each other.
They'd spend more time on that.
That's all they do is they blame each other.
Yeah.
They just sit and they blame each other. And that is what's... So Obamacare was passed, Ted Kennedy died, and they could not fix it because they missed the 60th vote. And so it was a bad bill, and now both sides play the game. And but the reality is, people don't realize this, we actually have the best situation in healthcare than we've probably had in many, many years.
Right now?
Right now.
Well,
now,
tell
yes,
me why.
it's expensive because the poor people can get free insurance. They get Medicaid. The working poor can get subsidies. The people with chronic conditions can get insured. Their pre-existing conditions are covered. And now the people that had that were being hurt with the higher incomes, they can choose to buy a lower cost policy that meets their needs.
What is the myth of the pre-existing condition? Because that seems to, a lot of things fall in there. Diabetes, heart disease, bad back, all these things that you're saying, oh, you got a pre-existing, you don't qualify.
Well, no, it's not that they don't qualify. It could be that there be waiting periods. Again, that's the myth of the pre-existing condition. You have this, you automatically don't qualify. So let's talk about diabetes as an example. And again, we're not talking about insulin diabetes. We're talking about, popping pills, metformin.
Okay.
So what would happen is the diabetes would not be covered, let's say for a lot of the policies on the market, the voluntary plans, for 1 year. And you go, well, that's horrible. Not really. You're going to the doctor anyway. They renew your prescription, and a metformin prescription is very cheap.
It's
maybe
free.
Free at Publix, correct?
Yes. Mhm.
So if they don't cover it, what have you lost? Now, let's say you have a stroke or diabetic coma. That's still covered because that's not what you had. That's the myth. The myth was everything that resulted from becomes excluded. That's just not true.
So why do people think that's what it is? It's
Well, hold on.
lack
hold on,
of
hold on.
education?
Hold on, because I am in this category you just described. What if you take a medicine that puts you in ICU and almost kills you, and you got an $85,000 bill, and they brought you back to life and you're alive, and you still have this bill? No insurance company's going to cover it.
What I'm saying is that should be covered. In other words, that will be covered because the problem wasn't you had controlled diabetes.
Yeah.
Now it becomes uncontrolled. That should be covered.
But it was covered, but it happened uncontrolled because of medication that you took. Is there a difference because from what I'm sounding here, it's all about opinion. It's how you see it.
Well, everything's opinion because until it happens, you don't know. See, I have a very unique perspective. I've been on all sides of the issue. I used to design policies for insurance companies, and I ran a medical facility. Now, and it was a maternity center. So it was very simple. Either we had the baby or we did not. Okay? And I got to the point where I would sue insurance companies at the drop of a hat because they didn't pay their claims. Insurance companies love not to pay claims. Now this is before electronic filing. I could send in 10 claims, and we waited until the baby was born, not little $20 claims. These were the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 claims. 50% of the time I called the company and they would say, we never received your claim. And I would go, I'm sitting here and I'm going to fax you the little green receipt, because back then we had the little green return receipts with the client's name on it. Oh, we'll have to look for it. So 50% of the time they just told us they threw the claim away.
That's what I used to do before I met you.
You threw it away?
No, I would sit on the phone and they'd say, you'd send in 15, they get 7. But you batched them together. You know they just throw half away, or they just deny half because they can.
I used to list all of the names on the return receipt. Now, HIPAA may have made that illegal, I don't know. But I had the highest collection rate of any medical facility in the country.
But if we go back to Freddie's question, hypothetically, this is you, Freddie, right? Hypothetically, there's a diabetic patient. They take prescribed medication for diabetes. That's covered by insurance. You have a bad reaction, you end up in ICU.
Well, no, let's reverse it. It's not covered. You have insurance.
Yes.
That's excluding the diabetes, but now you have a bad reaction to the pill.
Yes.
That should be covered. Now, are you going to have to fight?
Yes.
To get it? Most likely. Insurance companies love not to pay claims. That's just a fact of life. But at the end of the day, they have to go on the terms of the policy. And the terms of the policy are very simple. Ties go to the runner. Because they write the policy, any ambiguity in the plan is decided in your favor.
It's decided in the patient's favor?
Correct.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of people know very little about health insurance.
This is amazing.
It's actually... And by the way, most insurance agents know very little about health insurance. I've been to agent training, and I just sit there. We're on TV, so I could do this. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
What makes you different then? Because your information is so different. You have repricing and stacking, and you can fight for your rights.
I'm also one of the few people that have ever, well, as I said, I ran a medical facility. Okay, I would ask people for their insurance policy. They would give me the card. No, I need that policy. It's still in the envelope. You never opened it. It came in, it came in one of those big, envelopes, okay, with little green stripes on the side, a blue stripe. That's what I need. It's never been opened. No one ever read that cover to cover, And when you do business with an insurance, battle with an insurance company, it's what's in the policy. And they're not used to somebody telling them about the terms of their own policy. They go, well, that's not covered.
So that's what you do.
That's what I did when I ran my medical facility.
Okay.
Okay. So that's just one of the things that do different. As an agent, I read the policy cover to cover. I'll give you a really good example. Again, going back to pre-existing condition. Different companies have different definition of pre-existing conditions. And this, what I'm about to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is so major if you're getting a non-Obamacare plan where pre-existing condition comes into play. The definition could say treated and diagnosed in the last 12 months, or treated, diagnosed, or symptoms that a reasonable person would seek treatment. What's the difference between those? They sound almost exactly alike. No, the difference is major. Treated and diagnosed means for the insurance company not to pay a claim, they have to find a doctor that says they told you had this problem. Treated, diagnosed, and symptoms means you have to prove that you didn't have that rash 6 months ago. Basically, it changes the entire burden of proof. One way they have to prove that you knew about it. The other way you have to prove you had no idea that your arm was swelled up this size. Something that major, and the average agent doesn't understand. Now, one reason is a lot of younger people grew up in their houses with headphones on all the time, and like my granddaughter, okay, doesn't know what's going on. She eats with a tablet or the phone in front of her. We grew up, we didn't have that. So we heard the conversation at the kitchen table about bills, insurance, taxes, unions, going on strike for more benefits. Today's kids don't do that. Now today's kids are millennials. And they go into the workforce, they don't understand taxes and insurance and stuff like that. So they're just kind of clueless, and they just sell what they're told. And that's really the downside. They're not evil, they're just
not educated.
Guilty by omission.
Right.
No one's educated. They do what the sales manager tells them.
Gotcha.
Because everyone, there's a bad connotation to Obamacare.
Well, they just want their job.
We work on commission, and most people work on commission, and you want to make the sale. I just had this case. A nice couple out of Missouri called me up. They were referred to me. She had a stent put in, needs a hip replacement. They bought this policy. One of the problems with buying insurance today, the insurance companies figured out that most people buy health insurance like you buy an airline ticket. You know why Spirit Airlines is so popular?
Why?
It's cheap.
Because it's cheap. And being cheap means they're number one on the search engines. They don't tell you carry-on bag extra, go to the bathroom extra, okay, 2 ice
Breathing
cubes extra.
extra.
Correct. Okay, pick a row extra, pick a seat extra. So the cheapest health insurance policies come up first. And here you were being quoted $2,200 by Obamacare because they made good income, and $400 for the two of us. This is incredible. And it goes, $1 million in coverage. Honey, this is fantastic. And only $1,000 deductible, not $8,000 like Obamacare. And only $2,000 maximum out of pocket. Oh, this is incredible. And they sign up for it. You know the part they didn't read? Maximum daily payout for in-hospital, $1,000.
Which is an aspirin.
Which is an aspirin, correct. So this is the problem. They don't go beyond what they show you into the fine print, and they miss that part. So yeah, the company could pay out $1 million if you spend a million days in the hospital.
Wow.
Not 1 million days, 1,000 days in the hospital. So that's the downside to it, and people are being hurt by it, and it's wrong, but they have freedom of choice. So people, if you're buying these policies, the media tells you they are bad insurance, junk insurance. Each one is different. And each one has its place. But you have to know what you're buying, because I had written an article. I don't know if you went on my website, and I wrote an article that said the insurance companies learned from Bernie Madoff.
I was going to ask you, what does that mean?
Okay, Bernie Madoff figured out that I can take $5 million a year from you and steal it, and as long as I give you $250,000 a year back, you won't notice
You're not going to know that I stole the $5 million.
Exactly. So what do the insurance companies do? They take $500, $600, $700 a month from you, and they give you 3 free medical exams a year. You get to go to the doctor 3 times. So you're giving them $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and you get to go to the doctor for $300, $400 total. And most people will tell you they're happy with their insurance because it covered the $100 doctor bill. They don't know all the other stuff that doesn't get covered until it's too late.
Until you need
and
it.
Then you get hit with that $85,000 bill. And then we get into what's called repricing. And repricing is so much fun. And this is what the president's talking about with transparency. Repricing boils down to you go into a restaurant, you order a meal, price is $100 on the menu, they ask you what company you work for, and you tell them IBM. Okay, your meal is $30. Right. You work for CVS. Okay, your meal is that same ridiculous.
Because of who you work.
They just make it up based on negotiation.
You like that one?
I got such a splitting headache.
It drives you crazy.
It's crazy.
Can you reprice if you get an $85,000 bill from the hospital? You know, if insurance were going to cover it, they're going to pay a portion of
Probably
that bill.
about 30%.
Can you call the hospital and say, you know what, I'll negotiate, I will pay you X, but I want to pay what the insurance allowable is?
They won't tell you what the insurance allowable is, so you have to figure it out. However, here's the downside. If you didn't have insurance, then you probably don't have the money to give them, to get them to negotiate. See, I'm happy to negotiate with you as long as you have cash. I don't want to negotiate and give you a 50% discount on an IOU.
But
Makes
think about
sense.
people who, some of our crew, right? Now that there's not a penalty, they don't have to have insurance.
Right.
They can just, thank goodness that they're healthy. Unless there's a catastrophic, God forbid, something, they're going to assume there's no money, but maybe there is. They just chose to play the odds and not do it. Can they still negotiate with the hospital?
Everybody can negotiate.
So you can negotiate a bill.
Everybody can.
You can always
bill can be
negotiate a bill. The
But the
problem
more
is,
money you have to pay them, the better. Now, here's what's really fun.
that's what they want.
Now
Sure.
here's what's really fun. There's different types of insurance. There's the traditional major medical, which makes sure, and there's Obamacare, and most major medicals, which make sure the hospital gets paid. And then there's the indemnity plans, and they're very different. Obama tried to get rid of them. The Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals said you can't, and they pay you flat amounts. Now, the beauty of that is the check goes to you, and the phone call sometimes is like this. And by the way, the indemnity plans all give you a negotiating service to do the negotiating for you, because they know what the rules are. And they'll say, listen, my client is sitting there on a check, your bill is $40,000. My client has a check for $20,000. They can put that $20,000 in their bank, okay, and write you a check for $500 a month, or will you take $20,000 and wipe the debt? Having been on the other side of it, having run a medical facility, I'll take the cash right now. What they didn't tell you was the client was sitting on a check for $35,000, and now they got to put $15,000 in their pocket.
You can do that.
Yes.
That's an
With indemnity plans, you can. So we talked about.
Hold on
Go
a
ahead.
second.
I just blew his mind. I love
I
blowing.
know.
I love blowing people's
My
minds. It's
head
so
is
much
too
Because you
fun.
used to be in the insurance industry,
I
so
am-
I knew
I
you
am
would
shocked.
love
It
this.
is so much fun.
Okay,
what I do is so much fun.
I just gotta ask
Okay?
you right up front. Do you negotiate things for people like this?
I can't negotiate. There are negotiating companies, and
Okay, so what do you do?
I sell health insurance, and I'm an advocate.
You're an advocate.
I'm an
yourself.
advocate.
So everything you tell me that they do, you don't do. You actually tell the truth.
I tell the truth. Correct.
You tell people this is the plan to buy, and then you sell a specific plan.
I put plans together. I mix and match.
So you give a person the best possible
I
solution.
give them 2 or 3 different plans.
So you could help with an indemnity policy. You have
Right.
the stacking
I just asked. So let me
policy
explain. That was your first question. You asked me about repricing and stacking, and there's a video on my website, freedomfromobamacare.com, which you've all been looking at, and it combines 2 different things. So stacking is repricing, as we just discussed, is the ability to, let's say, take the $100,000 bill. Believe it or not, we have had many cases where that $100,000 bill has been taken down to as little as $15,000.
Who does that?
The insurance company.
Well, how do you? Okay,
Okay,
how do you do that?
I have insurance companies that specialize and guarantee repricing.
So if we go through you
Mhm.
and someone needs a situation like this hypothetical Freddie person, you have people that can help with this
I
situation.
have different companies that
That
solve,
help with different things.
that serve different purposes. So, and if I knew exactly what your abilities were here, I would have brought in examples of checks where a client that had a bowel obstruction.
Well, you know what? I went through your video and I have all those screenshots.
And you'll put them up.
So why don't we go to commercial break, Teddy? I'm going to email all those over to us. Let's download them so we can go through them, and then Freddie can learn about indemnity, and at least we'll be able to visualize a little bit
And
more
why
of
don't we
it.
just play the video? Can we do that? Is that doable?
No, 'cause it's
2
more
minutes?
of you talking. I'd rather you talk over the screens.
No problem.
And do it that way
You got
instead. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Our phone lines are open, 888-994-4995, freedomfromobamacare.com. I know your mind is blown. You know mine is totally
I
blown.
enjoy this so much you have no idea.
Stay tuned with Alan Huber, and we'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422. Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're
Sometimes you need to shake things up a bit, to be a little adventurous, to make your meals pop. Don Pablo Coffee Growers and Roasters has that special ingredient. That little bit of adventure in a bottle to take your dinner to the next level. So take a leap and try one of Don Pablo's fresh roasted specialty coffee meat rubs on your beef, chicken, or pork. You'll never go back to boring again. Go ahead, rub it on your meat.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
We're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe show on a margarita merengue. Name your own price health insurance. I feel like a commercial. Name your own price health
I think Dawn
insurance.
makes up everything she does.
Every-
Margarita, merengue,
Doesn't it
any
work?
one of them
It's
on
Monday. It
and then
works.
Tuesday it'll be two tacos or whatever.
We should do Taco Tuesday.
Because it's a Tuesday. You're
But
fine.
now we're moving into Name Your Own Price Health Insurance. We have Alan Huber with freedomfromobamacare.com. We're talking health insurance. You sold health insurance? What kind of insurance did you sell?
Well, back in the day, I sold apothecary pharmacies in Manhattan. I sold them a group plan. I didn't sell them this stuff. And I was the only one in my office on East Tremont, in Castle Hill, actually, to sell one. And my God, it was complicated because everybody was an individual and yada, yada, yada. But there was no pre-existing condition allowed, all sorts of stuff. It was really vanilla. But I sold one. Then I got out of the business.
It was overwhelming, right?
Oh my God, it's so complicated. But what I'm listening to today, what he's talking about, is past complicated. It's kind of freaking scary.
So we went to commercial break to upload some photos because I found it all on the website, and it's a 4-minute video that you can find on YouTube and also on your website, freedomfromobamacare.com. But let's walk through some of these because I'm overwhelmed and forget it. I'm assuming you get all this stuff, the indemnity, the paying the money back.
Yeah, but it's scary because you can be in a car accident and go belly up just on your
Even though
bills.
and you have health insurance. And you
Yes.
still won't cover things, right?
One of the most interesting things about being in a car accident is the air ambulance.
We have one that says auto accident, I think, Hector,
Yeah,
there
but,
as well.
but that doesn't talk about
That
air
was in
ambulance. Air ambulance, none of them are in network, so it's not unusual to get a $25,000 air ambulance bill, and all the insurance companies will pay is about $5,000 on it, leaving you with $20,000 in collection. This is how people say, well, how could you have good health insurance and still go bankrupt? And that's just one example of how that happens. Now, repricing, okay, we have companies that will take that $25,000 and reprice that down guaranteed into, let's say, the $7,000 range. They guarantee it. And if the air ambulance will not do it, you're not responsible. They guarantee it in writing. So that's the first part about repricing. And then stacking means putting a couple of policies together to maximize benefits to you. But show me what we have on the screen.
Hector, let's see what we have on the screen. We've got a couple things. And for people who are watching, you can always go to Alan at freedomfromobamacare.com. Combine stacking and repricing.
Okay, so to make life really, really simple, when you stack plans, you're putting multiple policies together, and they pay in addition to each other. Now, people will tell you that can't be done, but insurance companies, many of them are taking out what's called the coordination benefits clause, which means that they will pay in combination. So, as an example, and it's very cheap, a $10,000 accident plan, and young guys, listen to this very carefully. For about $18 a month, you can get $10,000 of coverage for injury, which means a bee sting, a cut, an accident, and it'll pay $10,000 with a $250 deductible for only $18 a month. Now, let's say you're in a car accident. Your car insurance will pay $5,000, and then this plan will pay an additional $4,700 to you. So you actually make money on the car accident. Believe it or not, what happened is health insurance has gotten so competitive that if one company offered it, the other company starts to offer it, and now you have all this competition that allows you
So
to
if I
do
have a
incredible
group
stuff.
policy, I could stack an individual policy?
You can stack an indemnity plan or an accident plan or a rider on top of it. A cancer plan, very, very important. I had a former girlfriend who was diagnosed with a terminal cancer and given 6 months to live. She went to Jamaica for alternative treatment. That was 45 years ago, and she's still kicking strong. Had 2 kids after that alternative treatment. So I, as a result of what happened with her and my understanding it, I, especially for young people, like to give cancer riders so that if you are diagnosed with serious cancer, the insurance company, the first thing they do is give you a check for, and you choose the amount, $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000. And I tell people, this gives you and they write a check right on the spot, the ability to go and look for an alternative if that's what you want to do. If they're doing things in Europe, if they're doing things in Asia, you can take advantage of it, because here's what she told me. If I did not have the money and I went to the cancer care that the insurance companies would have sent me to, which is called the lowest bidder, I was guaranteed dead in 6 months.
What is something like this? So many questions. One
It
is,
depends
what does
on
it
age.
cost? Two is,
It could cost $10, $25,000 ballpark. Don't hold me to this because I don't have my computer in front of me. Could cost $20 a month for a young person. For an older person, it could be, let's say, $30,000 might be $40 a month, But again, if somebody calls me at 855-561-0500, email, get me on the website. I'm happy to give them quotes and stuff like that. It's not as expensive as people think. And generally speaking, I can put an incredible plan together for about 50% of an Obamacare premium.
you have insurance through Linda, right? So
Mhm.
you're with the group plan?
Mm-hmm. The plan she has is excellent. I'm telling her she can never retire.
But you could go on an individual plan.
Yes.
And be on your own plan and not through her.
Yes. Generally speaking, in many cases, the group plan, because it's well negotiated, especially if it's a large group like school board, as an example, it's one of the best plans on the market. It's excellent coverage and very low premium. And even for spouse, generally the employer pays a portion. For employees, the company generally pays at least 50%.
Correct.
So my market is the self-employed person and the young person that didn't take advantage of open enrollment.
Let's talk, because we were talking to Slick. He said he's looking for insurance. And Alan says you can kind of name your own price on what that is.
Yes, and my prices are ranging from $60 to $80 a month because I do want to have dental in it, and I did have dental when I was up in Massachusetts for around 60
now
to 80.
We have to ask, and I don't want you to say it on here, you have to look at income. If income is above 40,000, you don't get a subsidy if you're single. Below 40,000, you do get a subsidy.
Okay.
And so, therefore, if it's below 40,000, you go on Obamacare, but you can only do this during open enrollment, which is generally November 1 through December 15th, give or take a couple of days.
Which I passed.
You put in your income. So what you'd be looking for now is just a bridge policy to give you something to get to open enrollment. By the way, as a general rule, and people are going to yell at me at this, individual dental plans are usually not worth the money. People love them, but they're usually not worth the money because the insurance company knows if you're buying a dental plan, you know you're going to need it.
Not individual, but like including with everything else, because I have a lot of stuff.
Right, but I'm just stating for the audience about individual dental plans. People want them. They're generally not worth the money because the insurance company knows if you buy it, you're going to use it, and then they have to make a profit on it, pay the agent on it, pay marketing, pay underwriting, pay legal.
And your dentist may not even be on it. That
And
happened
your
to
dentist
someone
may
I
not be
know.
on
They
it.
went through their insurance through their company, and they went with whatever, and they go to the dentist, and the dentist says, that's great, but we're not
We
on
don't
that
take it.
plan.
Correct.
So she says, so I'm paying for this for nothing. Or you
Now,
gotta
do
find
they
another
do
dentist.
they have a plan that has dental as a preventive? In other words, it doesn't cover any of the work, but it'll do the checkup deal.
I don't do a lot of dental. A friend of mine actually started American Dental Plans, which was what was called capitation. They went into the dentist office and said, "Doctor, how often is your chair empty?" The doctor would say, 75% of the time. Said, "Look, we'll pay you to fill your chair. Since you're standing here anyway, and we'll give you a monthly." So that's how the capitation plan worked, which became the basis for the HMO. You're standing there anyway, let us send you people, and we'll pay you a flat amount of money. I don't get that group. I don't talk about group. There are a lot of great group specialists. I specifically deal with the individual.
So what do you recommend, say, for the millennials who are maybe not on their
generally-
family policy?
Generally for $125, because they don't think anything bad is going to happen to them. So you're really looking at catastrophic. And the big thing they're worried about is the big C. They're not worried about heart attack. They're not worried about stroke.
What
They're
about
worried
car
about
accidents?
cancer. They're worried about accident. Okay, coming down. I keep bumping this thing. Coming down the ski slope. Okay, or breaking their fingers on their their phone. That's most of their work that they do. But as I say, you can get an accident plan for $10,000 for about less than $20 a month. We can add in some medical that will cover a couple of doctor visits, and also, a good amount for the hospital and stuff. The more you pay, the better the coverage is going to be. But for $125 for a young person, we can come up with relatively good coverage. If their budget is $80, we can come up with decent coverage. If you're going to spend some time in the hospital and it's a very big bill, a good part of it will be covered, not 100%. The more you pay, the better your coverage is going to be, to a point. As I said, at that point, it's about 50% of an Obamacare premium. So
our premium for the four of us is $1,200 a month. That's a group plan. Plus, I've got, I think, a $6,000 deductible.
Per person, maximum 3.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
That's $15,000 a year.
It makes you say, "I wish I," because you don't want to use it, but I wish I would use some of
it. It makes you think. I mean, last year we used it all, and everyone was fine. But it was. Then I thought I may as well get it all in before the end of the year. You can only get so much in. Then January you start all over again. The good and the bad. There are many years. It's like betting, right? You're hedging that you're not going to get sick versus paying that $15,000 a year.
Right.
That's a lot of money to be paying.
It's an awful lot of money.
Just to go to somebody and hope everyone's fine. Most years, everybody's fine.
Until you get sick and you get an $85,000 bill.
But you want to laugh?
Well, that's it.
When people say, what are some of the problems with Obamacare? So, Obamacare was great. Preventative, 100% covered. You're above age 50 or whatever the age for mammography. Doctor says you haven't had a mammogram in so many years. You go in, 100% mammogram covered. That's great, yay! But you go in and you go to the doctor, I've got a little soreness in my breast. Okay, let's have a mammogram. Now it's not covered. Because now it's diagnostic. So think of it. If you think you need it, it's not covered. If you don't think you need it, it's
covered. So what if you
covered.
say, no, I'm here just to get checked out?
That's okay.
So you have to teach people what to say.
Exactly. This is a game.
This is ridiculous,
a game.
This is what's driving me nuts.
Because remember, Obamacare was 2,200 pages. Okay, every page was put in by a congressman or a senator or a lobbyist for their particular reason, to get money from this group, that group, to make this group happy, and that's why it's such a hodgepodge. And remember what I told you. Ted Kennedy died. That was the 60th vote. They could not fix it.
And then we talked about so many plans have maternity. If you're on you and your spouse and you don't have children on your policy anymore, you don't need maternity coverage, assuming you're past those childbearing years.
Well, again, Obamacare one size fits all means that if you are a teetotaler, you get to pay for for alcohol rehabilitation. If you're a nun, you get to pay for maternity care.
That's
ridiculous. Okay, so normally people at 55 years old, if they don't have a drug habit, they're not going to start a drug habit. But you're paying for drug rehab.
And they're probably not having children anymore either. So
okay, but let me ask you, what is it? We run out of ink. We can't specify this person's this way. It's just clear across the board.
Well, again, Obamacare was one size fits all. Okay, whoever came in and lobbied to get their little pet thing in there got it in there. But the alternative market has now become a very competitive market that is open. So as an example, I don't want to give a price but actually I could do this. I have a plan, okay, that for a young person, for a very low premium, let's say $150 a month, and please people don't hold me to this, I deal with so many different companies and plans and stuff in so many different states. You can give them $100 a month for 2 months, and then go to the doctor for your annual exam, and they will write you a check for $250 flat.
Who writes your check?
The insurance company. The insurance company.
Okay.
See, indemnity plans are flat amounts. They don't pay up to a certain amount. They pay a certain amount. That's why they're different.
But wait a minute. I just paid $200. You said 2 months, $100 a month.
Right.
For 2 months.
But you had full insurance.
Full insurance.
Now at the end of 2 months, you go to the doctor.
At the end of 2 months.
At the end of 2 months.
And
now you could have gone to the doctor before then, but now you're doing your preventative exam.
Okay, but they're going to give me a check for...
They're going to give you a check for $250.
But I only spent $200.
No, that was on your insurance. You probably spent $100. But now, okay, the doctor says, okay, it's time for your annual colonoscopy. And you can get a colonoscopy for a certain, you can shop it around at $400. And the insurance company will give you a check for $500.
Do people really shop procedure price around?
This is funny. 60% of all health care is shoppable. Now, why should you want to shop for health insurance? Not health insurance, medical care. As an example, we have a slide up there.
Which one?
It's got the price. It's got a table. If we can just
Let's see what
scroll
price
through
of
it.
tables we have there, Hector.
That's it. And say medical pricing. You probably can't see it. I can't see it. So I hope
But
I'm
it's
looking
on-
at the right table.
It's on your website. It says insane.
Okay. So let's talk about a colonoscopy. A colonoscopy in Florida, based on the state websites, because they get the pricing, can run anywhere from, and just in the A's, $500 at the Atlantic Surgical Center in Daytona to $25,000 at Aventura Hospital.
The same surgery.
I don't know what they do to make a light bulb up your butt, okay, worth 25 grand, but that's what they do. That's the problem in health insurance. It's ridiculous price.
This is ridiculous.
Now, so what happens is the indemnity plans will sit there and say, Freddie, we're going to give you a check for 5 grand. If you go to the $2,500 place, you get to put $2,500 in your pocket. You go to a $7,500 place, you get to put take $2,500 out of your pocket. Your choice. What's Freddie going to do?
The other one.
You're going to check. Hey, is the 20? You're going. Hey, that. Believe it or not, on the places that are competitively priced, their statistics and outcomes are better. And so
is the service the same?
Better. The
He says
outcomes
statistically
are
it's better.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
And so it's what happens. You don't have all that extra money floating around. And
But it isn't even that. Even you had a freaking choice.
You do.
No, never think.
So we make
colonoscopy. You call the doctor. You go. It's all right. I'll schedule. I never thought about.
I'm worried about what he's going to put in my.
There's a company in and this is now the model across the country, the Surgery Center of Oklahoma. It's an outpatient surgery center, and they came up with one price
for everything.
Covers everything. Okay. And their pricing is low, and the surgeons that are there, they love it because they do more surgeries per day, and everything is in one place. They don't run all over the place.
So if I fly there and
you'll
get
get incredible rates.
it doesn't matter if I'm coming from here.
No, but there's a lot more places now that are copying their model across the country.
A flat fee.
So we have that flat fees and low fees, and that is what the president's talking about with transparency. If we can force competition in health care, not health insurance, but health care, that drives prices down. As an example, in Boston, a maternity, now assuming healthy baby, healthy mom, will run between $8,000 and $40,000. Now, babies come out one of two ways. I ran a maternity center. I sat in midwifery school for 3 years.
One of two ways.
They're either going to come vaginally, or we're cutting. Okay, no other way is a baby coming out.
Sure.
It's not rocket science. Okay. So how do you get this $8,000 and $40,000? So there's a large company, I don't remember the name, and they wanted to get their moms, their employees and the spouses to go to the $8,000 place. But they didn't want to force them to do it. So they said, okay, if you go to this hospital, we give you free diapers and wipes for a year. Every single woman had her baby in that hospital.
Yeah, because if you
For
add
free
it up,
diapers
it's
and
less than 40,000.
Yeah, for $8,000.
But what does that do to the medical industry, to the physicians, the nurses?
Well, they're playing competition now, right now. They when the Blue Cross rep comes in to negotiate with a doctor, okay, they beat him over the head to get a lower and then the United guy comes in, okay, with their contract, and they beat him over the head. And it's one of the reasons so many physicians have flea-tired. It's a word I made up. You're fleeing the medical industry by retiring, flea-tired. And so many physicians have done that because they've gotten tired of what the garbage in medical care. And also the additional work Obamacare put in for electronic medical records and stuff like that.
And the additional costs.
And additional costs, so so all in all, that is
Now,
what happened.
I just want to point out that the doctors in this Oklahoma hospital, which are doing it for a legitimate price, one price fits all there. You just got to get there. I mean, I'm not saying that every doctor in the world is trying to take advantage of the fact that 40,000 is opposed to 8. I mean, you have a choice if you know. If you have the information, you can make a choice.
And again, that is why on January 1st, 2021, which the courts will probably block and delay, but they'll wind up eventually losing, all hospitals and providers have to put out their insurance negotiated pricing.
Which I applaud because it's going to put this stupid game to the side.
Well, let me tell you how stupid this game is, okay? Do you have an insurance Drug card, a prescription drug
Yes.
card? Okay. So you go into your pharmacy and you refill your prescriptions, you usually do, and you put your drug card down. Pharmacist runs it, says, Freddie, $50, which is what you've been paying. Do you know that until October of last year, he was not allowed to say, Freddie, put this card away, it's only $30 if you pay cash?
Do you know that happened to me? It happened to me when I was taking my insulin. And where I get my stuff, people know me, and Freddie, put the card away. I went from $200 for insulin to $50.
Because they got rid of the gag rule. The Congress passed a law and Trump
Wow.
signed it, getting rid of what was called the pharmacy gag rule. There's one of the things, I don't want to get too political, is if our president does anything good, you'll never know about it. And that's one of the reasons why there's so much confusion. There's a lot of good things that happened in healthcare, from getting rid of the mandate to, they got on him. He took a lot of money away from the insurance companies, and they said, oh, this is horrible, the insurance companies are all going to drop, Obamacare.
They didn't drop it.
He sat there and says, they're making $700 billion a year in subsidies. 20% of the federal budget is going to health insurance companies. They're not going to turn that money away for anything.
And they won't.
So the premiums just leveled out because they didn't want to mess with him. But there is so much that can be done. So I want to get over, before we run out of time, if we can, because people say, what do you mean by stacking and repricing? Can we
Hector,
get
the stacking and repricing screen.
Let's scroll through.
Now, as he's bringing
But
this
remember,
up,
60% of all healthcare is non-emergency and
This
shoppable.
one you want?
No, keep going.
now as he's bringing this up, can you imagine?
Okay, so in this one, okay, and I hope I'm reading it right. This was a claim for. I'm going to go take a look at it so that I'm not.
You can find all of these on the website as well.
The other thing is, can you imagine that you don't have this information, and let's say you don't speak English, and let's say English is not your number one language, and all of a sudden all the information he's giving you, nobody's gonna believe that. A Hispanic, French, they're gonna say, "What are you talking about?"
Okay, so I don't remember. I think this was a bowel obstruction. The hospital bill was $55,000.
It's my bill.
The repricing, there was a discount to $44,000. The indemnity plan, based on how many days you were in the hospital, not what the hospital bill is. They pay so much per days in the hospital, so much per ICU, so much for surgeon. The indemnity plan was going to pay $19,000 regardless of the hospital bill. Because the discount brought the bill down to $11,000, there was a check written to the client for $7,000. And that's the things nobody's ever heard
From
of.
$55,000.
From $55,000,
They didn't have to
it was
pay.
reduced to $11,000. Not only did he have to pay anything,
You got money back.
he got $7,000 in his pocket.
This is ridiculous.
So
And
this
this is
is
what
the
you do.
indemnity?
This is what you put together. You know, there ain't enough for you to go around. And where the hell you been hiding?
With Gen G.
With Gen G, yes, but I'm going to tell you something. This has been going on since I've known you 4 years. This
Yeah,
has
but
been going
remember,
on.
that most of this game was not allowable until January of last year, because when Obama went out in 2016, he changed some of the rules for what was called the short-term plans, and it took a while for the Trump administration to reverse the Obama rules and then open them up even more. Interestingly enough, and I believe you told me you have people all over the country, we have red state insurance and blue state insurance. In the red states, Florida, Georgia, Texas, Missouri, Oklahoma, which are the states I mostly deal in, you have a lot of options. The governors there said to the insurance industry, go out, create policies, bring prices down, be competitive. In the blue states, Oregon, Washington, New York, California, Obamacare or bust. They basically did not allow any alternatives to Obamacare.
But why is that?
Politics.
Wow.
This is all politics.
This is ridiculous, is what it is.
Let's give out your information. There's a lot more to come.
Alan Huber, you'll find me at freedomfromobamacare.com, 855-561-0500, Alan, A-L-A-N, at freedomfromobamacare.com.
It's also on the lower screen. Did you learn a lot?
I'm shocked is what I've learned. I got to tell you, a lot of people should pay attention to somebody who knows what they're doing, and that you should bring it to forefront. that maybe you're spending more money than you have to. A lot of people don't go to the doctor because they think, I can't afford to go to the doctor. I'm going to stay home and maybe drop dead because I can't afford it.
I saw a post the other day about faith and how we pray and we believe in God and healing. But all the praying in the world, if you've got high cholesterol or you're a diabetic and you should get out and walk and not eat that fried chicken, isn't going to save you. You need to go to the doctor,
but
get a plan, and then pray.
Yeah, but you eat that fried chicken because you only got $5 to your name, and that's the only thing you can afford. So it becomes political.
You've got some other choices. You've been finding all kinds of stuff in fast
Yeah,
food
but it ain't
restaurants.
cheap, Dawn. It's not cheap. You got to be creative, and you got to have the right information to make the right move. I love the fact that you can put together plans as opposed to it's just one and out.
By the way, one of the other things that people don't realize when we go to the myth of pre-existing condition is car insurance. Would you want to be in the same insurance pool paying the same rate as someone with 3 DUIs?
No.
So that's why we took the people with DUIs and put them in a separate pool. The idea that we took all the people with critical illnesses and stuff and put them in the same pool as everybody else was a mistake.
Yeah.
What we needed to do, in my opinion, and again, it's just my opinion, is create a separate pool funded by the government for those people, and then you want to be in a group of healthy people. If you take care of yourself, if you walk, if you exercise, you go to the gym, you don't sit there eating bonbons. Okay, you don't self-inflict your health condition, because people that get sick of no fault of their own should not be penalized. But also, people that do it to themselves, the rest of society should not be penalized. And the only thing we will penalize you for is smoking. We don't penalize you for Haagen-Dazs. We only penalize you for smoking. And I think that's wrong. So one of the things by getting rid of the tax penalty and letting you write the insurance you want is we put you in pools of people that are like you, business people that don't have time to go to the, to sit in doctor's offices, that take care of themselves, different types of people. And over the long run, and by the way, insurance companies like the indemnity plans, they want to keep you long term. So the traditional major medical, their job is to keep you till next year, then everybody has their rate increase, then you jump to another company. They don't have a long-term vested interest in keeping you healthy. But some of my plans, like indemnity plans, and because the CEO is a physician and he wants to keep you healthy, they will work with direct primary care. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's a membership model. It's a very great model of medicine where you pay, like a gym, a flat amount to your primary care physician. You get, you get all the medical care you want. And we will subsidize that because it keeps you healthy. Well, one of my companies.
So much more to come, Alan. I hope we can do this again
Anytime
because this
you
is
want.
just, we barely even scratched the surface because now everyone's overwhelmed. But you know what?
But I wasn't boring, right?
You were not boring, and you brought awareness to a conversation that people need to have. And there's time that you can bridge between now and November. It doesn't mean you can't do anything. You should take action. You should call
Call
Alan.
me today. Call me. And you can call me at 2 a.m, people.
What's your number?
It is 855-561-0500.
freedomfromobamacare.com for more information. And wow, what a Monday. Nice way to kick off Valentine's Week.
Now can I have some tequila?
We're going to get you some tequila. One with Life Tequila, 99% peace, 1% wild. More to come with them as well. Thank you to Liz and Lisa. You can find them at your local store or onewithlifetequila.com. Have a great Monday, everyone. Be kind to each other. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
And don't be late.
The music of Jesse Campo. Bye-bye.